Welcome to NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series Season 3, Race 3. The Geico 500 will begin in a few short minutes, but first let's do a quick recap of the last race at Phoenix. Tyreek Speed was able to get his first career win, only his second career start this season. He is a rookie this season, never run a NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series race until Daytona a few weeks ago. But let's see, who is going to win here at Talladega, the Geico 500? 20 laps here at Talladega. Very similar track to Daytona. I was able to get the win at Daytona. Stop Motion Bros on pole here today. Let's see if he can get that first win of the season. Here we go. Green flag is out. Stop Motion Brothers leads them off. Previous Talladega winners, Lucas K in Season 1 and NASCAR Fan 05 in Season 2. That was NASCAR Fan 05's only career win, but he made it to the Final Four that season. He is back in that one car this season, but that team Trackhouse, they're definitely not one of the stronger teams. They're definitely not a team that usually is capable of competing with the likes of Hendrick and Joe Gibbs, even Penske as of recently. We'll have to see what they can do here today at Talladega. They're the defending winners of this race. So here they come. Stop Motion Brothers. Can he hang on to lead the first lap? No, Dizzy Cat Dude takes the lead at Talladega. Dizzy Cat Dude, only one career win to his name. He won back in Season 2 last season at Watkins Glen. As you know, that very infamous race where he just didn't have enough points to advance, even if he did win. But to make up for it, he was able to get that win, even despite the disappointment of not being able to advance to the next round in the playoffs. I apologize. The 18 is being driven by Rowdy Extreme this season. I got a little bit of a mix-up there. Rowdy Extreme is driving that number 18 this season, not Dizzy Cat Dude. I had originally thought Dizzy Cat Dude had been signed by Joe Gibbs this season, but he is back in that 8 car this season instead. That was my mistake there. I thought that Dizzy was driving the 18 this season. He was not able to get a win for Joe Gibbs Racing. His only win came with, of course, Richard Childress Racing in that 8 car back in Season 2. So I did think he had signed up Joe Gibbs had signed him for that 18 car, but it appears not. As Rowdy Extreme in that 18 trying to lead the way here. Look at that, the 1 car, NASCAR Fan 05, running there in the second position, last season's winner. We'll have to see what he's able to do here. As he has experience winning at this track. Again, like I said, last season's winner. So he is no stranger to winning at Talladega. We'll have to see. Will he be able to catch the 18 at Rowdy Extreme? Rowdy Extreme looking for that first career win. As Hendrick Motorsports is kind of linking up there in the 3rd and 4th position with SMB and Lucas K. Maybe they'll be able to form a draft and try and catch up to these guys. But as of right now, Rowdy Extreme for Joe Gibbs Racing leading the way. As of course, I am a driver for Joe Gibbs Racing. I drive the number 11. So, of course, I am hoping that the 18 will be able to hang on. Joe Gibbs Racing has not won quite as many races as some of the other teams have. So another win in the column for Joe Gibbs Racing would be very nice. As we're on lap 5 out of 20 here at Talladega. As you may have seen the announcement, NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series races will now be run on Thursdays due to schedule changes. So Thursdays will play host to NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series races, and I'm thinking eventually Saturdays. So I will give more people a chance to watch the races over the weekend. So we will probably be moving them to Saturday. As 15 laps to go here at Talladega, Rowdy Extreme continues to lead the way. As let's get a few driver updates. Stop Motion Bros running in the 3rd position. He started on pole, but he lost 2 spots there on the first lap, falling back into the 3rd spot. But he's right in front of his teammate, Lucas K. So those two, we'll have to see if they're able to form anything. Maybe try and hook up, push their way past NASCAR Fan 05. Or another good strategy is make it a 3-car train to catch up to that 18 car. That would also be a good strategy. So all 3 of them can fight for this win. Well, technically all 4 of them. Or they can just stay with each other and just blow right past the 1 car. But right now, Rowdy Extreme and NASCAR Fan 05 are pulling away from the rest of this pack. As here's your current top 5. Rowdy Extreme, NASCAR Fan 05, Stop Motion Brothers, Lucas K, and rounding out the top 5, Tyreek Speed, your last week's winner at Phoenix. That was a crazy win for him. You know, he took the lead by running that outside the strategy that has won both Phoenix races, or all Phoenix races so far in the NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series. He learned it from his teammate. He saw his teammate, NASCAR Fan 5, running that outside lane. And he just took it and just ran that outside lane and was able to grab that win. That was an amazing win for Tyreek Speed. He's very happy about that one, locking himself into the playoffs. As we'll have to see, do we get a repeat winner today? Right now, it looks like we are going to get a new winner, but you never know. Lap traffic has played a big part in these races. It is Talladega, so there's a possibility we will not have any interference with lap traffic in this race due to the size of this racetrack. But I think definitely once we get to some of those shorter tracks like Kansas, 1.5 miles, we do not have any more super speedways left after this. We usually, in this series, get the 2 super speedways right out of the way at the beginning of the season. Because, you know, if we have a super speedway in the playoffs, that kind of sets things off because, like, anyone could win that. So we'd rather have the 2 super speedways right in the regular season, right next to each other with Phoenix in between, just to make sure there's a chance for other guys to win and make their way into the playoffs. We've seen it. First-time winners before at this racetrack. Lucas K got his first career win here, Season 1, and he is now proven himself to be a champion in the NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series. I'm sure he would love to get another Talladega trophy here today, but right now, just running in that 4th position, pushing his teammate, the 9 of Stop Motion Bros. Stop Motion Bros. He's never won at a track. He's never won at a restrictor plate track. He's come close many times, but he's never won at a restrictor plate. His wins come at Pocono and Kansas, as Pocono is approaching. Only a few more races left until Pocono. That is a race Stop Motion Bros has circled on his calendar. He is so far undefeated at Pocono. We'll have to see if he's able to win that and still be undefeated at Pocono. Pocono, he's proven that is his best racetrack on the schedule. Very impressive to see a driver just dominate a racetrack like that. Very impressive. And he swept Kansas last season, but his performances at Pocono are way more impressive, just considering that's the race he got his first career win in at Season 1. You know, he had come so close so many times. We had finally able to break through, get that Pocono win. He was so excited about that win after all the heartbreak he had been through so far in the season. But as coming to 10 laps to go here at Talladega, Rowdy Extreme, 10 to go. Rowdy Extreme starting to gap the 1 car of NASCAR Fan 05. Last season's winner of this race, and I believe he finished 4th in the Final 4. So, definitely not the season he probably wanted exactly. He was very happy to get that win, but he was probably hoping he probably wanted to achieve more, considering he was able to make it to the Final 4. He probably wishes now he was able to maybe do more that season, maybe win a few more races, but it just didn't turn out how he wanted. And, you know, that's perfectly fine. You know, so all of us drivers in this series, you always don't have the season we want. Like last season, I didn't win a race. I was expecting to win so many races. I was expecting to win at least 2, I think, just considering the performances I had in Season 1. Came close to win so many times. Did win the Daytona 500 that season. But it appears, don't believe I will have the shot at the win today, as there I am battling but 12 of NASCAR Fan 5, the Season 1 champion. It's very interesting just to talk about these drivers' performances, just how they normally perform on a weekly basis in these races. And just there are some interesting tracks coming out. We got Kansas next week, which that track is mostly it's a Hendrick dominant track. Hendrick has been very dominant there. The only race they didn't win was Season 1 with Ethan Trendler winning that race for Joe Gibbs Racing, but they were really close to that win. They were definitely not far from that win. You know, Ethan Trendler's SMB and Lucas K were all fighting for that win, but Ethan Trendler was able to navigate around the lap traffic a little better and get that win. Ethan Trendler in the 19 was able to advance to the Final Four that season with that Kansas win. But I was around lap 13 of 20 here at Talladega okay. My car was doing some weird things there. It does that sometimes, but I'm just going to have to park it right here. As we actually had to do something like this. We had to go around the track one of these times. I think it was last season. We were still able to watch the race. I think I'm just going to wait until the 18 comes around. Alright. I'm just going to ride the apron. Now, the reason I am doing this is because, you know, sometimes the car just kind of gets out of line and we kind of get a bad angle of things. I'm going to ride on the apron so I don't interfere with the racing at all that's happening. But Rowdy Extreme continues to lead. Coming up on lap 15, as we're just going to go around the track on the apron, not going to interfere with any of the racing that is happening. Again, no interferences, as Rowdy Extreme should be crossing the line to get lap 15 here pretty soon. As we did have to do this last season. You know, we had to kind of go around the track, just make sure we stayed out of people's way. As he just took lap 15, as we're going to pull onto pit road here and get back into our spot. Again, we had to do this last season, so it's nothing new. We're going to take the slow trip down pit road, just make sure we stay off that racetrack. As coming up on 5 to go when Rowdy gets back around here. Let's get back in our spot right there. When Rowdy Extreme comes back around, it'll be 5 to go from Talladega. Trying to get another first-time winner here at Talladega. You know, Talladega is a track known for first-time winners in this series. We'll have to see, can he hang on, though? Will lap traffic be an issue here today? As Rowdy Extreme, when he comes around, 5 laps to go for the 18. The one of NASCAR Fan 05 isn't too far behind, though. Do not count him out of this. And they are catching the 15 car right there, so do not count the one car out of this. He could win once again at the Talladega Superspeedway. What a resume that would be. 2 wins at Talladega. I have 2 wins at Daytona. That is a very good career right there. 2 Daytona 500s, but imagine it would be like just to be the driver that could just dominate at one racetrack like that. NASCAR Fan 05. He's very capable of it. I know he's a driver that's capable of doing this. Winning again here at Talladega. Advancing into the playoffs if he's able to win this race. As here they come. 4 laps to go. As there you have it. Rowdy Extreme getting stuck behind that 15. Here comes the 1 car. As actually the 18 was able to get around him. The 18 around the outside. But the 1 already gained a little bit. Looks like he gained a few car lengths there. If this 15 just moves out of the way, we are going to have an exciting finish here at Talladega. Remember the photo finish we had in Season 1, the Daytona 500. That was an exciting finish. Maybe we'll get it again. And when they come back around, it'll be 3 to go here at Talladega. 3 more times around from this big super speedway. Very similar track to Daytona. Again, like I said, we get these 2 tracks out of the way. Okay. I'm not going to go back around since we're at the beginning of the race, but 3 laps to go for the 18. Actually, the 1 is stuck behind the lap car. Okay, I'm going to go back around, but the 1 is stuck behind the lap car. Oh my goodness. Rowdy Extreme. This just might be the ticket that'll grant him this win here at Talladega, as when I get back around, Rowdy Extreme should be taking the white flag, but all right, pretty soon here he's going to be taking 2 to go, that 18 car, as there's SMB and Lucas. Staying off the track, make sure I don't get in their way. So here we go. 2 laps to go for the 18. Rowdy Extreme trying to get his first career win. It's going to be 2 first-time winners in a row here in Season 3. As I do apologize for those issues with the car. I usually just stop right at the finish line, but sometimes the car will just randomly go at random times. But we are going to stop right here and watch Rowdy Extreme take the white flag here at Talladega. Here he comes, coming around. Rowdy Extreme, white flag. 1 lap to go here at Talladega as he's coming back around. There he is, white flag, 1 lap to go for the 18, Rowdy Extreme. He has a huge lead over the 1 car. Rowdy Extreme, he was able to take the lead and then dominate the race here. He's led every single lap. An impressive performance by the driver of that 18 for Joe Gibbs Racing. So far, Hendrick Motorsports has not won a race this season. They're going to want to get to the win at Kansas, but it doesn't look like they will win today at Talladega. As Rowdy Extreme, looking for his first career NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series win. It's going to be back-to-back first-time winners. Here he comes, the 18. Rowdy Extreme. Here he comes. Rowdy Extreme wins at Talladega. First career win, and he locks himself into the playoff with that win. Wow. Rowdy Extreme wins it at Talladega. An impressive performance by the driver of that 18 for Joe Gibbs Racing. Joe Gibbs Racing picks up another win. So far, 2 wins on the season for them. Daytona and, of course, now Talladega. So they have won both we have won both super speedway races this season. Me winning Daytona and Rowdy Extreme winning here at Talladega. As wow, next week will be Kansas, which will be Thursday, 4:30 p.m. most likely as well. Rowdy Extreme gets his first career win at Talladega, back-to-back first-time winners. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.